Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. Listen, this is our welcome once again to the Kings of Currency. My name is Khalifa Muhammad, and that's my brother Amir. Assalamu alaikum, brother Amir. How you doing, family?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I'm doing amazing, alhamdulillah. Can't complain, man. I can't complain.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'd like to let everybody know, yeah, we in and out, we busy, we running and ripping and running. But we always got to make time Wednesdays at 6 o'clock so we can give the people that news that we be hearing and that we be seeking. And right now, brother, it's a lot of stuff going on right now, huh?
Whoa, it's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Woo!
A lot of stuff going on.
Hey, I wanted to let you kick it off, because I wanted to talk about something that I actually posted this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen to this. I posted that the BTC controls the entire crypto market. Okay, the last four-year cycles, the same thing happened at the BTC halvings. So I wouldn't be surprised if BTC dropped to 38,000 before going up to an all-time high. Now, if that happens, the entire crypto market will follow suit before we really rally out of Q4 out of this year going into 2025. My thing was, hey, if we know what happened before, and listen, even if we don't know, those that don't know, if they listening to people that do know, and they experience and they talk about the experience of the halvings and what happened before, now's the time to really, to me, this is me, and I wasn't deep into it like you. That's why I wanted to share this with you, especially on today. It's like,
yeah, bro,
this is the time to get those other little coins other than, Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin goes up, all these other little coins, they're going to go up too. And they really going to make a lot of money for a lot of people. I mean, that's how we got down with the Dogecoin. That's how we get the Dogecoin. That's how we did the Shiba coin. So what do you have to say about that, my brother?
Well, you know what? It's funny that you say that, right? They say history repeats itself. Some people say history rhymes, right? So what I like to say, and I teach during the classes, what I say is whenever the circumstances repeat, the history will repeat, right? Whenever the circumstances around a given subject or given history, then that history will repeat. Now check this out. For the last, I think Bitcoin is about 15 years old, right? My children are older than this crypto is. Now check this
Okay.
out. Now, historically, after the Bitcoin halving, usually 1 year after the halving, it reaches its all-time high of whatever it previously was. Now, why is this year so different? Because 3 months before the halving, Bitcoin not only blew past its all-time high, achieved its all-time high, it blew past it. The previous all-time high was $69,000 at the last bull run. Well, we went past 69,000 through 2 months, 2.5 months before the halving, which was April 19th of this month. So now it set an all-time high a month, 2 months before the halving, Carlito. So that means now it's set at $75,000. Right? So when we start really talking about this thing, and I know you and I and a bunch of other people who were really in it back in 2021, 2018, 2019, we were telling people to buy it at $3,900. Right? So it makes, you know what I'm saying? It makes us look like we're smart, right? Like we're mathematical, investment geniuses because we understand history repeats itself, right?
Right.
So now watch this. For every dollar that we put in to gold in 2017 is almost doubled right now. It actually did
Right.
double. It actually doubled. Every single dollar that we put into physical gold, it doubled. Every dollar we put into silver has now doubled. But every dollar that we put into Bitcoin in 2019 at $3,000, $3,900 has went up 500%. If we held on to it. If you bought and held on to it from 2019 to today, it went up 500% or more.
Now, bro.
Or more. Yes.
Now, bro, parallel that right now to, of course, the halvings happen. Okay. And now after the halvings happen, now Bitcoin dropped drastically.
Right, but see, that's a cycle. You got to understand the cycle. I was talking about this with from some of the brothers on Monday, right? So Monday, I partnered with a brothers. They called me up. They partnered, so we do a class on Monday for this barbershop in Newark, right? So check this out. So the cycles are like this. When you purchase anything, and then any wealthy person, if you follow any wealthy people, they'll tell you whenever you buy a stock or any asset, it's good to hold on to the asset for 10 years, a minimum. Warren Buffett tells you that, right? But for some reason, our psyche, we see the value of temporarily go down, we automatically want to sell it, and now we got a story of how we lost so much money in Bitcoin. That's because you didn't know what you're doing. Every single person who tells me, "Oh, I lost this, that, and the third," I'm gonna say, "Because you didn't know what you was doing."
That's
because
right.
if I made, or you made, or someone else made tens of thousands of dollars, it's clearly something that we knew that you didn't know.
Or did something. That's right.
Or you did something that you were not supposed to do in and around saving. Because we don't give investment advice, right? Because we're not licensed, but we can.
Right. That's right.
But we can tell you. So we don't give investment advice because we're not licensed, right? But what we can do is tell you what we did. What we can do is teach you about what I like to call foundational financial literacy. What we can do is educate you to what the school system, elementary school system, high school system, collegiate school system did not educate you to. And they did not educate you to how we can beat inflation.
And they're not doing it right now. They're not doing it right now either.
No, you know, and here's the thing.
They're doing the surface.
Now, you know what's funny? We had a brother come through one of the businesses that I was there who was a lawyer, right? He was a lawyer, went through law school in 2008, graduated. Now he's a practicing attorney. But here's the thing about sometimes some of our people like to use their position and their titles and their degrees and their license as a weapon, right? They use it as a weapon. So instead of enlightening the people, right, instead of want to guide the people and try to help them, sometimes they use it as a weapon. But long story short, I was trying to tell because he was an attorney that he knew that gold and silver is not in the Constitution. And I was like, what? You telling me that gold and silver is not in the Constitution? Right? But the long story short, you have to be mindful that some people use their knowledge as a weapon against their people instead of bringing it as a tool to help them. That's
Listen
the
to
that's
this.
the,
Listen
the
to
moral of
this.
the story.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
Check this out. What do we always say, brother Amir? We always say this, and we're going to
Always.
continue to say this. We're going to always continue to say principles over personality.
Personalities. Principles over personalities. I want for my brother what I want for myself. I want for my brother what I want for myself. And then I've added something to that. I want for my sister what I want for my own mother. Right? So that's the way we live our lives. That's the way I was taught from when I was, knee high to a grasshopper. And as a man, 55-year-old man, 8 children, 6 grandkids, that's the way I live my life daily. I want for my brother what I want for myself, and I want for my sister what I want for my own mother.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So
Yep.
it's best, everyone, and just like you were saying, I couldn't gift anybody to jump in with me when Bitcoin was $3,000. They still was running from it. I was like, bro, let's get one together. And they were like, nah,
Right.
it ain't gonna work. You see, it's going down, and look what it looking. They don't even want to talk to me now, brother. Yeah,
But see, you know what? Allah is so merciful. Let me tell you something, bro. I cannot tell you how many people have inboxed me, text me, apologizing that bro, I'm sorry. I should have did this. I'm looking at it now. It's doing this and doing that. I tell them right now, bro, don't apologize. It's not too late. Do you understand? You got the rest of your life. Bitcoin ain't going nowhere no time soon. Gold and silver ain't going nowhere no time soon. Right? So I say that to say, if we've studied and this is the only reason I'm in this business right now. This is the only reason I'm into crypto now, because I did the research, right? 10, 12 years before I got in, that history can't be denied. So here's the mathematics, and I teach this all the time. I tell people, now you do your own research, and then you take initiative to take action based on information. Watch this. This is the history of Bitcoin. 3 years it goes up, 1 year it goes down. 3 years it goes up, 1 year it goes down. That's the history of the price appreciation of Bitcoin. It goes up for 3 years and goes down 1. So guess what happened? I missed the first. I missed the first 2 bull runs, right? The significant ones. The last one I joined in was the 2021. At the end of it, basically at the end, right? So watch this. We were in a previous company, and I was dogging Bitcoin at one time. I don't want that fake internet money, right? And see, this is the
thing. Hey, they was teaching us to dog it.
Yes, they did. And see, here's the thing. This is what Allah teaches us not to be arrogant, right? And see, I got a spanking. I got a financial spanking for being arrogant, because at that time I was in GIA school, right? I was in GIA school. You know, the company that identifies your diamonds when you buy a diamond for your wife?
Yes.
Okay, I was actually in that school in New York City on 47th Street, right? Long story short, some white boys from the Hamptons offered me some Bitcoin for some gold that I had. I'm like, man, I don't want none of that fake internet money, right? Being arrogant, right? Being arrogant. Watch this. What I was supposed to say, Carlito, was what makes you think that digital money has the value equal to this gold that you want to trade me? Had I humbled myself, I would have got a lesson. But I didn't. But there's brothers right now, man, I don't want that internet money. I don't want to, and I'm saying, bro, just do the research. Don't listen to me. Do your own research. Look at what Bitcoin was in 2009. And if you understand the words, there's 2 words you got to really understand as a working class person: inflationary and deflationary. Once you understand those 2 words and you apply the meaning to the currency that you are saving, once you understand that, your life will change, bro. I stopped exchanging my dollars for any form of currency that was inflationary. So what does that mean, Amir? This is what this means. This currency right here is by the Federal Reserve. This $10 will not purchase the same goods and services it did 2 years ago. That's what inflationary is.
Right.
But let's go back to 2 years ago with gold and silver. Every dollar that you exchange for silver, right? Now watch this. Not only silver, copper, every dollar
Right.
that you
That's right.
exchange
That's right.
for silver or copper, I can now sell the silver and retrieve more money than I actually paid for it in the
2 years
beginning. That's
ago.
called 2 years ago. That's an asset. So that means that copper, gold, silver, platinum are deflationary currencies, and the dollar is an inflationary currency. Right. So once I understood that, then Bitcoin was for me.
And you know what? And right now, it's like I can't see. They gotta have their head in the sand, or because it's just like they said. It's like they said when hip hop came out. They said, "Oh, it's just a fad. It's only gonna last the summer, right?"
Right.
And now
Right.
it's in everything. Commercials is in everything. Right now, you can't get rid of it. But you said one thing that we're gonna show a couple of things too, because we're halfway through the show, and you said research. So let's pop something up here real quick.
Right.
Now, look at this. We was just coming off the road, so I didn't do it all properly, but you can see it. So I wanted
That's
to
okay.
I read it out. It says the FBI director warns Chinese hackers aim to wreak havoc on U.S. critical
Infrastructure.
infrastructure. Wow.
Now, see, now, listen to this. I want y'all to understand the reason why we're putting this on the screen. All right, for everybody that's into crypto, some people are, and we have different people on our timeline, right, Carlito? You got some people who are all into digital currency, right? You have some people who are all into physical precious metals, but then the wisest of all men diversify their investments and their savings. This right here is basically a warning, not just about China, but any enemy that the United States have created has the ability to damage our infrastructure. So that's the reason why we have digital money and physical money, right? Because in the event that our internet goes out, our power goes out, our Wi-Fi goes out, you don't have access to your bank account. You don't have access to your 401k, your stocks, or your crypto. So guess what? What we have to fall back on as wise savers? We have what they call silver in Arabic is called dirham. We have copper in Arabic. This is called fulus, right? Because at one time I used to thought fulus was meant money, right? But watch this. Once I did the research, that's a research to something else. I realized that the money is the actual metal. That's why they call it fulus. So if a Muslim comes in and say, "Yo, let me get some fulus," they were actually talking about copper. That's what they were talking about because the money at that time was copper. But and then the big boy. Let me get the big boy out. Hold on one second.
Yeah,
Let me
we
get
gotta
that
let
big boy.
everybody know that this is what we do. We don't play
Yes,
games.
sir. We don't play games. Sure, Mark.
This is what we do. We don't play games. Listen, we get it like this. We get it like this, and this is what we do.
Right. That because we have to be diverse. It only makes sense. And then that big boy is this one. Right? That
Yes,
big boy
sir.
is this one.
Yes,
This right
sir.
here is 24 karat pure gold. Right? And in Arabic, that's called dinar. Right? And now watch this for the believers who understand. The dinar was the number one currency in the world 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. 5,000 years ago, it was the number one currency in the world. Guess what the number one currency in the world is in 2024, May 1st? Gold.
Gold and silver.
That's right. The dinar, right? So with that being said, I'll go ahead to the next slide. This basically means that we got to start diversifying what we save.
So
Go
let's
to the next
continue to move out. Let's hold on. We gotta. What is this here? Oh, crypto b-boy gives the greetings. Assalamu alaikum.
like slam, like
All right, so
slam.
let's go to the next research that we got popped up. Okay, this
Now,
is the Daily Home, right? It
right,
says what? 2 point.
200.
Go ahead. You can say go
No,
ahead.
it says 2,250,000 to be handed out to with no restrictions as U.S. CDC launches guaranteed income experiment. Now, what I want people to understand why this is important because you're not being told about these things on our news. So, guess what? Me and my brother going to do every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're going to give you this financial
Come
and
on now.
macroeconomics news that you're not getting. But once we give it to you, you can research it and see that it's valid. Don't you know over 25 cities in the United States are starting pilot programs for UBI, which is Universal Basic Income? So you have to ask yourself, why is the government, state by state, as of today, 25 states, experimenting with guaranteeing income programs if our economy is so good? If the economy is strong, why are they giving free money away in 25 cities? You're not going to get this on the NBC, ABC,
You're not
CBS,
gonna get
CNN.
this.
You're not going to get that there. With the Halal Dawah Network, we giving you the real news.
We're giving you the real
Inshallah.
news. We're giving that
But
news that's going to save your life. It's going to save your wealth. Going to save all of that. You know, Aki, before we go to the next slide, it's just like, you know, the news only gives you the surface level of the importance or the magnitude of BRICS.
right.
We're going to give it to you.
All the way across the board, bro. And see the news that they call it a TV program because what is it doing? It's programming you to the
Ooh,
narrative.
programming you.
It's programming you to the narrative that they want you to know and they want to impart in your psyche, but they're not giving you the truth. It's never going to be
They're not giving
100%.
it to you, and they're
Nah,
not going to give it to you. They
they're
got to
never going to
save
do it.
themselves. That's right. They're trying to save themselves. Let's go into this last one before we really break it into there right here, brother. Let's see what we got here. People, they loving this in the chat room.
Okay, so listen, here we go. Watch this. China dumps 74 with a B billion dollars in U.S. treasuries in 1 year as two BRICS nations say that they're abandoning the dollar in mutual trade. Now, why is this so important to us? Because we were never taught to examine, research, and understand macroeconomics. The things that's going on in the world right now affect us directly, regardless if you're a millionaire or you on welfare. I'm going to say that again. Macroeconomics, the things that are going on internationally will affect us regardless if you are a millionaire or on welfare. So with that being said, if China is dumping has already, $74 billion in U.S. treasuries, which are bonds, and the BRICS nations as a whole is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and about 5 or 6 other nations. I think 13 other nations are joined. So what happens to the US dollar if all of those nations start dumping dollars and removing them from their trade? What happens to the value of the dollar? It will
the value, Aki, it's already, if you could Google it, everybody just Google it. Listen, one thing that
do
we're
your
going to
research.
always say on the Kings of Currency is don't just go after what we say. You look into it. And if they look into it, they'll see that right now, the dollar bill, the buying power of the dollar bill is less than 3 cents right now today.
From 1913 to today, the dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. Right? So as of today, what that means, people, if you don't know, whatever the dollar was able to purchase in 1913, it will only purchase 3 cents worth of that same good, service, or product. And we see it in real time because in 2020 we had in 2019 we had dollar stores. I can go into a store, spend $1 and get one item, right? But
Right.
in 2 years, the dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power, thereby removing dollar stores from our communities.
That's
So
right.
the poorest people in our community can no longer spend $1 and get an item out of the dollar store. Now they got to spend $1.25. And truth be told, the average person will not or will almost never get a 25% raise in their job.
Ooh, let's speak on that,
They're
Akeem.
not gonna,
Let's speak
they're not
on
going
that.
to do it.
Here it is. We're working, and we're working for. They got us what? They got us programmed. Is that here go that word
Program.
again? We got us programmed to get a good job, to work for 40 years, to retire, and then they don't understand. Listen, Akeem, a few years back, wow, a few years back, my brother had a retirement party. Okay, I was happy for him. My brother. I was
Right.
happy. Okay, alhamdulillah, man. So I went, hanging out with him. What you gonna do? Oh man, I'm going to enjoy my life. I ain't got da. I said, oh man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, right?
Right.
So about 2 months later, I called my father and I'm talking to my father, like, yeah, kicking it with pops. And I asked him what, how I couldn't contact my brother. I was like, man, I've been calling my kid. He said, oh, he had to go get a job. I said, get a job. Yeah, because his ends wasn't meeting. And listen, we are programmed to build their empires
Yes.
and programmed to work 40 hours a week for 40 years, and 40 days later, got to go out there and get another job just to make ends meet. When we can really, it's in front of us at all times. It's in front of us, man. People,
Right.
they got a new way of life, a new means of trying to make money or making money. And then people say, I don't want to quit my job. Don't.
You ain't got to quit your job. See, so let me clear up something, because a lot of people have this notation, this belief system, right?
Okay.
They say, now check this out. They say, some people you'll hear say that the dollar is king. No, it's not. Cash is not king. Cash flow is king. If you have a system that can produce cash flow, that means passive income. That means that you no longer have to sell your time for money, which also means that gives you a more steady way of exchanging these depreciating paper currency into assets that will continue to appreciate as time goes on, right? So that's what it is. Like you said, Colito, it was one thing that you left out. You say work 40 years, right? Retire, and after working 40 years, you retire. 40 hours a week, right? But then they try to work and live off 40% of what they couldn't live off.
Yeah, I left that part off.
Yes, they can't live on 40% of what they were making when they were 100%. So how you gonna live off?
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
See, it's hey, what do Brother Antoine said? He said, do the numbers, man.
The numbers,
People don't do the numbers.
if they don't join, if they don't purchase or save gold, silver, or crypto, they don't understand the numbers. If they're not saving assets every single month, I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what amount that you make, you have to discipline and sacrifice. Those two things. Discipline, sacrifice to save an asset that will later on save you and your family. God don't make mistakes.
Come on now. And see,
God don't make
and if
mistakes.
we're looking at the financial institutions that had our communities in a stranglehold for many, many years, right? All of those financial institutions right now are stacking gold, silver, and crypto.
All of them.
All of them.
You'll see, we got one on the slide too. I know most people ain't seen yet. Get to the next slide, Muslim. Let's go ahead. Let's keep it moving.
Those are the only three.
You only got three of them?
Yeah, I only had three.
Okay, so I sent you some other stuff, but watch this.
Okay.
People who do not believe in cryptocurrency have been brainwashed. I want to say they have been negatively influenced or programmed to dislike crypto, right? Now, watch this. The same people, organizations, and wealthy individuals, from investment firms to venture capitalists, all of them have previously said, oh, Bitcoin is no good. It's not good for us. It's a scam. It's used by drug dealers. It's used by terrorists. Every single one of them is now investing in crypto. Every single one of them. Now, watch this. I want to get this to the people. I want you to Google it. This is old, but it's new to people who don't know, right? Or people who are not into crypto. How many people knew that the firemen from Houston in Texas invested $25 million of their pension into Bitcoin and Ethereum in 2021? How many people knew that? Now, watch this. I want you to understand. Texas has the largest gold and silver suppository for their retirement in the whole United States. Most people don't know that, right? So you have to ask yourself, why is Texas, right, saving gold, silver, and now crypto in their pension funds? Something that they clearly is something that they know that we don't know.
That's something else. I mean, and see, and that's actually our key. That's the sad part, because it's right in our faces, and it ain't just in our faces a little bit. It's in our faces everywhere.
A lot.
Listen, listen to this. We was going to do our event in Atlanta this past weekend, right?
Right.
Stopping there to get gas. I go to the truck. It's a truck stop. I go to the truck stop. Right at the cash register, a big Bitcoin say, "We accept Bitcoin."
Did you take a picture of it?
Of course, you know I took a picture. I'm gonna share it. Of course, I took a picture. I was like, unbelievable. Our people do not understand this. Hey, but I think I do got that one extra clip for you.
Check it out. Pull it up.
I'm gonna pull it up for you now. Hold on 1 second.
And you know what the other thing is? Oh, whoa! This is the one right here, y'all. This is the one. Listen, I need everybody that's watching this, and whether it's the morning, the evening, or night, or afternoon or night, I need y'all to write this down. I'm about to tell you what you're looking at right now, because most of us are not connected to this. Okay, this is a website that monitors the U.S. government's debt and all of our debt, state by state, citizen by citizen, right? But this is the most important. Let me give it to you, and then I'm going to give you the hikmah, the knowledge behind what you see on your screen right now. It's usdebtclock.org. usdebtclock.org. Write that down, please. One more time. usdebtclock.org. Now, on the left side in red are the liabilities, which is the the government's debt. It's $34 trillion and is rising at an astronomical rate. As a matter of fact, if you Google this, you'll see that that U.S. banks, like Bank of America, has put out a warning that the U.S. debt is unsustainable and it's going to lead to a financial it's a crisis, but it's going to lead to a financial collapse, because it's growing at $1 trillion every 90 days. This debt is growing 1 trillion with a T every 90 days. Now, what is this? What are we looking at, Amir? This is the correct price of gold and silver per ounce based on the circulating debt of the United States. I'm going to say that again. I want y'all to listen. This is the correct. It says $1,559 per ounce is the correct price of 1 ounce of silver based on the U.S. circulating debt. This is on their website. This is not me. This is them. And if you look down here for gold, it's $12,610 per ounce based on the amount of circulating dollars that is in this system. And you telling me?
I need you to do this. I need you to say all of that one more time, real slow.
One slow.
And show them once again the 1 ounce of silver, and according to their records and what they're saying, that this is the price of what you got in your hand.
Right. So USDebtClock.org is a website that monitors the U.S. debt, all of government debt, state by state, citizen by citizen, house debt, everything, all the liabilities of Social Security, disability, all of the liabilities, right? Unfunded, by the way, right? Unfunded liabilities. Based on the circulating supply of U.S. debt, the correct price for this 1 ounce of silver is $1,559 based on their numbers, not
One of
mine.
you. One.
1 ounce, just 1 ounce. And 1 ounce of gold is $12,610 based on the circulating supply of debt. So let me explain to you what this means. If you don't get anything else, this is what you need to get. Once this system collapses and resets, they have to reclassify and reprice gold and silver at the correct amount of money per ounce. But they got it right here. This I didn't make this up. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. There's two more things that's on this paper that you got to understand that's important. The BRICS nations have more wealth per ounce. It's twice of that of the G7 nations. Look at the bottom. I need y'all to understand that. The BRICS nations was the nations we just told y'all about, right?
That's
Brazil,
right.
Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Iran, and all of those countries are now dumping US debt or US dollars. Their price for gold based on their GDP is twice that of the G7 nations. So guess what happens when they reclassify? If they reclassify gold's price first, guess what happens to our US dollar's value? It's not a good look. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to tell you the truth. We're here to
I'm
give
here
you
to
the
scare
news.
you and tell you the truth.
Well, I'm here to give you the truth. Now, look at the top. The dollar supply is shrinking. They are extracting money from the currency supply that we use. Now, if you go into the site, you'll see that those numbers are shrinking. The number with the red arrow on it is shrinking. After the live that we doing here, go check it out. You have another one up? You want to show one of them other things, man, that you can see what they're missing out on?
That's it. But I definitely could share. Hey, my niece, she was like, look, she was like, wow, that she said, she was like, that box, that's about $20,000 in that box. I said, way more than 20,000 in that.
Yeah, yo, look, they just have to understand why this is happening. But more importantly, you have to understand the numbers. And our brother Anti McVeigh said all the time, reason. Somebody got a phone call. Only reason somebody does not join us in saving halal money, gold, silver, copper, whatever it is because they don't understand the numbers. Now, we went to school. We can all add, multiply, and divide when it comes to our hourly wages, right? Oh, I work this many hours to get this many. We can calculate that. But when it comes to building wealth, people don't understand that this is actually what's happening. And the largest wealth transfer in the history of human on earth is happening right now. And we have an opportunity to actually take part in it. I don't care what your income level is. You have an opportunity to take part in this this wealth transfer.
You know,
If you get
it's
in,
just some real key to our mindset. Okay, so we got the mindset of waiting for, you know, that 50-cent raise, or, you know, maybe the dollar raise if we real good. Okay, all right, and you know, then you got a big another 3 or 4 years lapse before you get another raise and things of that nature. When right now when we're trying to let you know that you know, I always give this example here. If you put $500 in your banking account right now today,
right,
you go back next year, this time, you might have $500 in there, but you might have $497 because the bank took some kind of maintenance fees and all that kind of stuff from you too, right?
right,
Okay, all right.
right.
But if you put 1 ounce of silver in an account, couple of ounces, or you put $500 worth of silver or gold or precious metals in your account. Listen to this right here. If the next day that silver appreciates to. Remember before you said you told the people that you said within a week, you know, their income rose up 300%. You can live off of that. See, people like myself, my wife, the Halal Wealth Builders, like my brother Amir. Brother Amir said and I know I can say it because he said it in the last 2 shows. You know, they've been living off of cryptocurrency for the last couple of years. We've been living off of gold and silver for the last couple of years. Now we have combined our efforts to give this information to whomever it is that we want. This brother Amir, he's in barbershops. He got his own training. We at the Halal Wealth Builders, we got our own training. And guess what? We're not asking for the $5,000 tuition fees that everybody else is doing and all of that kind of stuff. Come on now. We understand that our people, we have to change and help change and strengthen the mindset of our people. So we're going to give it to them just, you know, in a manner of which they can afford it. Because look, in 1 year, you might have $497. But in 1 year with a couple of these, you might have thousands of dollars.
So watch this. Watch this out. So let's do some real math. Let's do some accurate math. Let's do some historical math from January 1st, 2024 to May 1st. Every dollar that you put into silver from January 1st to May 1st, you would have gotten 18 to 19% appreciation on silver. This year, right? Now watch this. For every dollar that you put into gold, physical 24 karat gold, not the jewelry, not 18, not 20, 24 karat pure gold. From January 1st to May 1st, your gold will appreciate 14%. 14%. Now you can Google this and see it for yourself, because the market cap for gold and the price almost every I want to say literally every 21 days on average, the price of gold was going up and the price of silver was going up from January 1st to now on average. So when you think about it, you got to say, wait a minute, Amir, what are you saying? What I'm saying to you is, if you bank with Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Santander Bank, Citizens Bank, American Bank of America, or any one of those other banks, your savings is only earning 0.01 to 0.04% interest on your money, right? And that's riba. But guess what?
That's
That's riba. But on the gold and silver, see, Allah put principles in this, right? That no man. Watch this. Allah put principles in this that no man or woman can change or duplicate, right? From the first day mankind to today, they can't duplicate it. And because of those principles, that's the reason why that so many people who understand the geopolitical problems that we're going through are now using their knowledge to get to safe haven assets to preserve the purchasing power of the dollars that they work hard to get. So this is the scenario or the analogy I like to give. Gold and silver to the dollar is like a freezer to your meat. I'm going to say that again. Gold and silver. Excuse me, I got a phone call. The silver to the dollar is equivalent to what the freezer is to your meat. What does that mean? If I buy fresh meat and I put it in the freezer, I can go back a year later, get that meat and use it, right?
Right.
Well, that's the same thing that gold and to your dollars. Every single dollar that you trade for gold and silver, it will preserve the purchasing power of that dollar. And in most cases, it will increase the purchasing power of that dollar. It will increase it, right? Here's one more math lesson. Check this out. In 1971, $1.34 will buy 1 gram of 24 karat gold. Right? $1.34. Watch this. I want you to understand this. Right? This is 24 karat pure gold, if y'all can see that. Yes. Now, $1.34 bought one of these in 1934. And That dollar 34 would buy 4 loaves of bread. This 1 gram of gold would buy 5 loaves of bread. Let's fast forward from 1971 to May 1st, 2024. How many loaves of bread can you buy with $1.34?
Come on now. You
None.
can't even buy that from a thrift store.
Now watch this. I can take this 1 gram of gold out of this case, take it to a jeweler, a pawn shop, or a coin expert, redeem cash for it, and go buy 13 to 20 loaves of bread. Right now, today. I'm sorry, I'm lying. Let's do the math. The average loaf of bread is $3. If 1 gram of gold is 100, that's 33 loaves of bread. Let's do some math, real math. That's 33 loaves of bread at $3 a loaf. Now, if that's not deflationary, right? This currency is deflationary, right? This is the reason why we save gold and silver, because there's not too many other currencies in the world that's physical that can do what gold, silver, copper, and the rest of those precious metals can do.
And if we keep our eyes and ears open, see, that's another thing. We need to keep our eyes and ears open. As I say this in my outro, is that there are many companies that are right now in America that is accepting gold and silver as legal tender right now. And just so you know, the main reason, back to the BRICS, is they're not accepting that dying fiat dollar from the United States of America. They're not accepting it no more, right?
No.
So hard that all of the strong allies that is all combined with BRICS said, yeah, we're going to join you in that nation, right? Have now reversed the stranglehold that America had on them and putting it on America right now. And if we live in America, once again, you got to understand and look at the news and listen to what they're saying. Because out of all that stuff that they was trying to avoid, now America is trying to sit down and say, you know what? We thinking about bringing the dollar back to the gold standards.
Yep. And watch this, Carlito. So to show you how accurate you are, 98% of the U.S. state by state has already done it.
That's right.
They have already done it. I sent you that in that text message as well. 46 out of 50 states, I think 47 out of 50 states have already removed the sales tax and capital gain tax on gold and silver, thereby repatriating it as lawful money. Now, once the federal government does this, now I had a video that the Federal Reserve chairman of the Philadelphia branch of the Federal Reserve stated in the meeting that they're looking into backing the dollar with gold again. Yeah. They don't have a long time to do it, because if the BRICS nations does it first, bye-bye value to the US dollar. And I want them to understand something, Aki. As a black man living in this country, I love my country. I don't trust my government. Don't get the two confused. Don't get the two. I said I love my country where I live at, right? I love my people, but I don't trust my government. I'm not a fool. And anybody tells you that you cannot criticize your leadership, right? For any reason, if they're not doing right according to the Constitution, if they're doing wrong according to what the rules and guidelines of racism is, I got a right to criticize them.
That's right.
Right? I got a right to criticize them, and so does the rest of the world who have been. They use the dollar as a weapon against the rest of the world, and that's the reason why they're dumping U.S. dollars. Like, we can't
stop. As we leave out that right there, my brother, and everybody that is looking here live and on the recording. That's the reason why the Kings of Currency comes here every Wednesday to let you know what they don't want you to know.
Right. Period. We're going to inform the people.
We are going to inform the people. If you should want any other information, you could always go down. You see the stream down there. It says the Halal Wealth Builder DAWAnetwork.com. If you go there, you can see all kind of information. If you go there, it will ask you to leave some kind of information. And if you leave an information, you follow my brother Amir. You can say, you know, you came from a brother Amir, or you can go right to brother Amir's social medias. Brother Amir, you let them know how they can contact you, my brother.
Okay. So easy. Like some people are funny and skirmish about giving a number out. I ain't hiding running from nobody. My number's 862-452-9628. That's 862-452-9628. You can contact me, call me, inbox me. I'm right on social media. And then, you know, if you're interested in any of the information we shared today, I will gladly email it to you, text it to you, so you'll get the full articles or the videos, whatever you want, websites and all.
There you go. There you go. There you have it. This is the Kings of Comedy. Kings of Comedy. These are Kings of Currency. And it's real funny though when we compare what we got against that which they don't want you to know. That's the funny part right there. It's hilarious because you know why it's hilarious? You said it in the first show. It said, if you want to hide something from us,
put it in the book. put it in book or put it in writing. Not that we can't. Right. Not that we can't read. We're too lazy. Ooh. We're too lazy. We're too lazy to want to go do the research. And like I said before, we have $1,000 cell phones, but won't do $5 worth of research.
And you can do it on the cell phone. Hey, and you can do it.
You can do it on the cell phone, right? The same exact cell phone. I want to say this before we go out, because I want to get this in. Listen to me.
Yes, sir.
We have Netflix memberships. We have Amazon memberships. We have satellite radio memberships. We have cable TV memberships, right? What about a membership that can help you increase your income, increase your savings, increase your assets? What about a membership at Cost Metals? All of those other memberships are liabilities. They take money out of your pocket. Try a membership that's going to put money in your pocket today and for your future generations, inshallah.
That's right. So with that being said, let me say this. Get with the person that shared this live with you, this video with you. Tell them, look, you are ready to put your money in some type of security. And what that is, at Cost Metals right now, Bitcoin, something that they've been telling us to stay away from. My name is Khalifa Muhammad. This is my brother Amir. Brother Amir, I can't wait, brother. I can't wait, for next week. And really, there's things that's happening in the very, very near future. It's called the shopping cart. Oh, my goodness.
Sir. I can't wait.
We ready.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait.
If there's anything that we said that a lot of creative of all the world is not pleased, may he forgive us. Till next time, big brother. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.